What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Massive Bitcoin and cryptocurrency news. This is huge. This is crazy because I don't see people talking about this. So you have to stick around because what I'm about to tell you is absolutely insane for cryptocurrency in general. We're taking a look at exactly what's going on and some of those 2024 price predictions which people talk about. So be sure to smash the like button if you are bullish on cryptocurrency. If you want to stay up to date with what's going on in the market, there is only one place to do that, and that's right here. So subscribe to the channel, turn your notification bell on, and come and join us on our live stream or on our most uploaded content. With that being said, let's get into this video. So we see the cryptocurrency market just hovering below a $1.2 trillion market cap. Absolutely fantastic to see. We see Bitcoin there at 30,600, has had a slight pullback in the last hour, but nothing I think to be concerned about. We see there Ethereum sitting around 1887, as well as a number of other cryptocurrencies all having a very good day in the markets. But what's the news? We're going to get straight into this because this is big. Well, the US Supreme Court rules in favor of Coinbase, and the SEC allows the first ever leveraged Bitcoin ETF. Absolutely huge news coming out of the US. Is this a full 180 from the SEC? What does this tell us about what's going on right now in the US and in particular the SEC market? Well, my opinion, the people have won. This is absolutely about taking it to, you know, the man, as it were, really kind of putting Gary Gensler in his place and the whole US economy really understanding the risk of not embracing cryptocurrency. So it says the US Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, approval of a 2x Bitcoin strategy ETF, also called BITX, paves the way for Volatility Shares ETF launch on Tuesday, June the 27th. We'll bring you that launch live on the channel. It says this will make an exchange-traded fund the first ever leveraged crypto ETF to get the SEC's nod. Absolutely the same. First ever. The Volatility Shares ETF will allow customers to gain exposure to the crypto markets with just 50% of the Bitcoin price. Meanwhile, the BTC price surpassed 31K mark on Friday. In recent context, the news of BlackRock filing for a Bitcoin ETF application with the SEC. We've had 5 big institutional firms all apply for Bitcoin ETFs. This is the first of many, I think, that will get an approval. Why? Because the SEC can have a level of governance and control over it. They can tax it. So I think it's definitely a good step, albeit probably not as decentralized as we want, but it's massive. The fact that we've seen SEC sue Kraken, sue Coinbase, go after Binance, and then all of a sudden they're happy for the first ever leveraged Bitcoin ETF. I think that's fantastic news. And I did just briefly touch on the Coinbase news. Well, this is ultimately that a district court has denied Coinbase's request for arbitration, but ultimately they are supporting Coinbase. You see that it's the first time that the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of a crypto entity. It says in a partisan ruling on June 23rd, the Supreme US Court ruled in favor of the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, putting an end to legal actions brought against it in 2 California cases. In the class action lawsuits, the plaintiff claimed Coinbase failed to offer adequate relief after users lost money and its company had engaged in misleading advertisement. Now, when it talks about arbitration, so ultimately it's about trying not to go to court. It says Coinbase asked the district court in charge of the cases to dismiss them on the grounds that, according to the company, user agreed to arbitrate dispute instead of filing lawsuits when they created their accounts. And the US Supreme Court ruling marks the first time that the courts in the country have ruled in favor of a cryptocurrency. So not only do we have the US Supreme Court voting and moving with the cryptocurrency, supporting theirs, we also have a 180 shift on the SEC to support that leveraged Bitcoin ETF. Very, very interesting. So what does it do for the market? We've seen obviously a push up in the market, and I thought this was kind of just a little bit of fun at the end of the videos. We can kind of talk about where does the price, or where do people believe that with price we're going to go. So the Ethereum rainbow chart puts us at a $36,000 Ethereum by the 1st of January 2024. Now that's 6 months away. Is that feasible? Probably not. It's a very, very tall ask, albeit sitting, I guess, in the upper ends of the rainbow chart. You can see there on Ethereum, kind of the bottom end at the minute where we currently sit. So look, time will kind of tell as this plays out, but we could see a strong move up in Bitcoin, excuse me, in Ethereum, and then Bitcoin doing something very, very similar. Obviously, we're sitting here about 31K for BTC. Could we see January the 1st up here somewhere? We're going to take a look at what that looks like. The top end could be a $462,000 Bitcoin now. 2 absolutely ridiculous prices. Could we see that? Probably not. However, what we could see is a strong move up in the market. We could be sitting around sort of 98,000 in this green chart. This probably feels much more appropriate, between 70 and 90,000 Bitcoin if we get these ETFs through and we get a number of other benefits and support for the cryptocurrency market. Could absolutely be insane. Like I said, BTC just came down, tested tested the 30,495. Good to see we have a level of consolidation up around this topper level. This kind of line I've got drawn on here, there's some strong liquidity, about $8 million worth of liquidity to try and break through 31,473. So if we break up this way, we could be certainly seeing 32K. Retail needs to come out this weekend if we can see BTC start to keep pushing up, ready for another big week. And I think next week could be very, very interesting. But like we said, two massive news is the SEC flips 180 and approves of the ETF, first ever, and the US Supreme Court supporting Coinbase. Could be a fantastic step forward for cryptocurrency in general. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think it's showmanship? Do you think there's a genuine shift in the US courts and the SEC towards cryptocurrency? I'm very, very interested to know your thoughts. And if you are bullish on crypto, smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.